Tonight, I'm gonna wrestle Dior Castro, a rookie from IWC, e io mi sento disprezzato di essere trattato in questo modo, in questo punto della mia carriera. And tonight, you're gonna learn the first rule of professional wrestling. Who say, don't mess with Mambo!
Tonight, I go one-on-one with Mambo Italiano, a former high-stakes champion. And trust me, I know what I can do out there. We all know how good, Mambo, you are. But I'm gonna cut this short. A win over you can do so much for my career. So tonight, you're gonna find out why I'm picture perfect.
Mr. Apollo, you stuck your nose in my business for the very, very last time. So tonight, Mr. Oric here is gonna make sure that you're the last god to ever see Mount Olympus. Apollo! You man that the Ibn Martin!
Tito and Lebanon Dawn, this has been going on far too long. See, Tito, tonight, I'm gonna finish you off. And then when you're out of the way, Lebanon Dawn, it's just me and you.
We're starting off the in-ring action for this episode of the Proving Ground Series. Well, hold on.
And I'm here. This garage rested this green guy rookie.
Mambo's the one wearing green. What's he talking about, this green guy? He's wearing blue.
Well, Mambo seems to be a little bit upset right now, and I don't blame him. Mambo is a legend.
Legend?
Yeah, legend. I mean, if I sat here and told you all the great things Mambo Italiano has done, we'd be here all night.
We'd probably get kicked off the air. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice you are hearing is certainly a legend in his own mind. BC Steele joining me at ringside. My name's Nick Lendl. It's been a while, my friend. How are you?
You know what? I'm going to take that as a compliment, actually.
It's the nicest thing I could possibly say about you.
You know, I'll say of all the commentators I've worked with, you are definitely one of them.
Yeah. And you know who missed you while you were gone, who was asking about you a lot? Nobody.
Oh, well, you know what? People are going to be asking about Mambo Italiano after he shows this kid the ropes, so to speak. Get it? Show him the ropes?
I get what you're saying.
Okay.
Dior Castro, a young upstart, ton of potential here. We've seen him in the past here in the Proving Ground Series. This is the first time we will be seeing Mambo Italiano one-on-one here in the ICWA, where we tape all of our Proving Ground episodes. Mambo Italiano, don't let the name fool you. This guy's well-trained. He's a former high-stakes champion, BC.
And he was trained in Calgary, wait for it, Alberta, Canada, by the legendary Lance Storm.
Yes. You would think maybe he was trained in the mean streets of Milan. But no, in the cold winter of Calgary. Like I said, the cold winter of Calgary because it is a cold winter even in the summer.
You know, Calgary and Milan, very, very similar. Very, very similar in terrain and exports.
Wow, what strength from Mambo Italiano. He's been wanting IWC to take him a little more seriously over the last few months, and that's needless. What's he have here? It looked like it was a little bit of a low choke there, but referee Bobby Williams said it was clean, so I'm going to trust him. Dior Castro Huge headlock takeover.
I don't know who you are to besmirch the name of Mambo Italiano, but Dior's in control right now.
Hard clothesline from the man who calls himself Picture Perfect. And I'll tell you what, BC, and the little bit of action I've seen him in, you know, some things he does are just that. Only a 2 count there.
Well, you know, that's what Dior Castro has to do. He has to stay on the veteran. He can't give Mambo any time to try and catch his breath.
I mentioned we've seen Dior Castro a few times here on the Proving Ground Series. We've also seen him compete a few months back at IWC's Eliminator event. And we also saw him in a Battle Royal at the Washington Wild Things Stadium. What experience that was to wrestle in front of a huge baseball stadium, BC.
Well, that's true, but definitely a great experience. The lights can be a little bit too bright sometimes when you're a rookie. He has shown me a lot right now. Taking it to Mambo Italiano. Of course, Mambo Italiano in firm control at this point.
Well, I wouldn't say firm control. He definitely has control of those chops, but this has been pretty even back and forth, I'd say, BC.
Hey, you know how you say chop in Italian?
How do you do that?
Chop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, Mambo is actually teaching the Italian currently.
Oh, how much are you paying for that?
Well, it's like a Rosetta Stone type of course.
Oh, I see. Dior Castro gets to the ropes. Mambo forced to break the hold, but he goes right back to a headlock.
See, and this is a lesson for Dior Castro. I said earlier, you can't give a guy an inch because he'll take a mile, and that's what Dior's learning.
Oh, my goodness. Mambo Italiano said he wanted to start being taken more seriously, and how could you do anything but after that shot? Oh, my goodness. He almost took Dior's head off.
Well, Mambo very pleased with himself. That is one thing that has not wavered, is Mambo Italiano's confidence.
And there's no reason why he shouldn't be confident right now. Totally in control of Dior Castro. The momentum of this match has totally shifted, BC.
Well, it's Mambo's match to lose right now. I got to be honest with you.
Beautiful combination from Mambo Italiano, finishing it off with the enziguri to the back of the head. Is that going to be all? Wow. I'm impressed with Castro.
Hey, the kid's showing some gumption. I'll give it to him. He's showing fire. That's what you need when you're young.
Well, I don't know if the camera was able to catch it. I don't know who was more surprised of the kick out, Mambo or Dior himself. I think it was just instinct.
Well, see, now he's made Mambo mad. You don't make Mambo angry.
He's making Mambo angry, but what Mambo's doing is wasting valuable time. And the picture-perfect one connects with a few right hands. Calling Mambo to his feet. Huge spear into the corner, repeatedly to the ribs, and that'll take the wind out of the heart of Milan, pride of Milan, whatever you want to call him. Nobody will admit to it there, so I don't know who will admit to it here.
He's the pride of Milan and the emperor of Italy, actually.
At least in one house. Elbow drop, not enough from Dior Castro. I don't think he was able to get enough leverage on the pin, making it easier for Mambo to kick out.
Castro may still be feeling the effects of the offense from Mambo Italiano, and Mambo's certainly feeling the effects right now.
I'm impressed with both of these individuals. We mentioned Mambo, a former high-stakes champion. Dior Castro has yet to taste IWC gold, but I think this is only the 3rd or 4th time he's been in the ring, so that will come with time, believe me.
You know, it's going to take a lot, and that's what we see. We see a lot of young upstarts, a lot of young guys, and for the people watching this, they're going to say, hey, I saw them way back when.
What are we about to see here? Dior Castro has Mambo locked on the top rope. Mambo with a few hard clubbing shots to the back has it reversed. Oh, no! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Talk about being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Perfectly timed power bomb, and Dior Castro kicks out.
Now, wait a minute. I think that was 3.
No, BC, that was 2.
No, that was an Italian 3. That's good enough.
That was a 2 count, and Mambo Italiano can't believe it. What does he have to do to put this youngster away? Mambo going for it again. Dior has the reversal and the huge Ron Simmons spinebuster.
Wait a minute, we can have an upset.
Pin cover, 2, and oh, what an upset we were about to see. The biggest win of young Castro's career, but it was not to be.
And
my goodness.
And I'll tell you, that would catapult.
Oh my goodness, what a match.
You'd have to argue if Castro wins, we could be looking at a man in the high-stakes title contention, perhaps?
Absolutely. He would skyrocket to the top of the list. Mambo had the neck breaker scouted. And what's this? Oh, face first, Mambo Italiano. I think that's going to do it. Mambo Italiano picks up the victory, but how impressive was Dior Castro tonight, BC?
Well, you know, impressive is one thing, getting a win is another. And we're going to put this one in the W column from Mambo Italiano.
Absolutely. Mambo trying to get back in his winning ways here in IWC as Proving Ground continues. Well, another look at the magnificent one, Gerard Garrett. He's beaten 3 people so far with his huge power slam. Looking to add to that list with one of the ICWA's young trainees. You know, BC Steel, this might be the first time you've seen Gerard Garrett, am I correct?
Well, it is. I have been following along, very impressed with the gentleman. Not only is he confident, not only is he aware of his abilities. I didn't want to interrupt on the back elbow for Mr. Garrett.
Oh, because he'll let you know, believe me.
Well, absolutely. You know, I talked to him earlier. We talked to him, you know, behind closed doors discussing business.
You talked to Gerard Garrett? I've been trying to talk to the guy for 3 months.
Well, you know, we know some of the same people. We run in the same circles.
You both know me.
Well, yeah, that's not one of our finer qualities, but be that as it may.
Well, Gerard Garrett, very impressive. He looks great right now, but my question is, how is he going to fare against tougher opponents down the road? I mean, no disrespect to this young man, but he's just a trainee right now, BC.
Well, hey, he's putting everybody down. And Gerard Garrett says when they step up, they walk in, they go down. Power slam, 1, 2, 3. And
oh, God.
And imagine what a lesson RJ Booker's getting right now. He's going to say, you know what? My very first match, I got in there, and I got a wrestling lesson.
Well, RJ Booker, I was going to say, can head to the showers and pick up his paycheck because it's going to be an early night. And I still think it might be that way, even though he was able to get the shoulder up there.
Well, you know what? I think Gerard Garrett might take his paycheck as well. Just the performance that we're seeing right now. He earned the magnificent nickname.
Wow. Impressive. And look at this. Head of steam for RJ Booker. Russian leg sweep. He held on into the cover, and that's a rookie mistake, BC. We mentioned he's just a trainee. All he did was get the arm over the shoulder. He needed to get as much weight on top of the magnificent one as he possibly could. He might have even gotten a 2 count out of it.
Well, that's true. You know,
not saying he would have beaten him, but he might have gotten a 2 count.
And that would have made Garrett have to expel even more energy. Double G, as you know, I refer to him.
Oh,
good
really?
personal friend.
Double G, huh?
Yeah, double G. Because there's 2 G's in his name. And you get it.
I see.
Tell you, another G that we can use is great, and we can use magnificent, and we can use stupendous.
As long as you use magnificent. And there it is. The magnificent power slam, perfectly timed, and another win for Gerard Garrett. How impressive.
I don't think anybody can stop him. I really, really don't.
Gerard Garrett continues his winning ways as he impresses the IWC faithful. The action continues here on Proving Ground as the hooligan Julian Jay faces young Preston Everest, who we've seen a few times here in IWC. Julian Jay trying to bounce back after a hard-fought match with Cole Carter last episode of the Proving Ground series. He came up a little short in that match, but he's not going to lose too if he has anything to say about it.
Well, you know, it may not be his decision, unfortunately.
Wow. We're seeing some intensity from Julian Jay. Maybe that loss to the thoroughbred lit a fire inside of the hooligan, because I don't think we saw this intensity on the last episode. What do you think, BC?
Well, you got to give it to Julian Jay. A loss can do one of two things. It can define you or it can teach you. Julian Jay is showing, hey, yeah, I didn't get my hand raised, but I certainly learned from it.
Wow. Huge Samoan drop from the former rugby player. And Preston Everest, I don't know, he might need to get out of Dodge here, BC.
Well, you know, that might have taken something out of Julian Jay as well. You saw the impact.
Yeah, holding the head upon impact. Might have got a little bit of whiplash, but he's back to his feet and he's back in control. Dominant. Absolutely dominant. The crowd here solely behind Preston Everest. I don't think Julian Jay cares about that too much. Nonetheless, he's staying on top of young Mr. Everest here. Preston Everest, certainly one of the recent ICWA graduates trying to make a name for themselves, but I mean, that's the case with all the young rookies here, BC. They're all looking at Proving Ground as the opportunity to show Justin Plummer, to show the IWC fans who they are and what they have to bring to the table. I don't think he got all of that one, but Preston Everest stayed on him, and that's veteran instinct right there.
And I'll tell you, I don't know if Julian Jay got lucky or if he took an opportunity there to avoid it, but either way.
Well, I'm impressed with Preston Everest, BC. You know, he didn't connect as much as he wanted to with that move, but he stayed on Julian Jay, and now he's going to the top right. Wait a minute!
Hey, you know who I'm impressed with? I'm impressed with Gerard Garrett.
Gerard Garrett! Ruining this match. That's going to be a disqualification. Referee Bobby Williams calling it off.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Disqualification, I think we should give that match to Julian Jay.
And what is this there? Dior Castro!
Now, what is Dior Castro doing out here? Nobody
Dior
called
Castro
for him.
trying to get himself a little measure of revenge over the loss from earlier. And now we have a 2-on-2 situation. Dior Castro and Gerard Garrett paired up in one corner. And on the opposite end of the ring, we have the hooligan and Preston Everest.
Well, you know what? You mentioned about the rookies looking to make a name for themselves and proving themselves, and it's boiling over right now.
Who is the top of this class? All four men. Believe it's them.
If they come over here, you're going to be talking to yourself because I'm going to leave.
Well, I mean, I kind of half-heartedly hope they come over here then. But nonetheless, Dior Castro and Preston Everest standing tall. How about that, BC Steel? What an ending shot that is. Wow. Didn't take long for this one to get underway. The battle of two titans. Who do you think's going to come out on top here in this week's main event, BC?
Well, I'll tell you, this has been an issue for quite a while, and you could see Tito Oric just going right to town on the Greek god.
Well, certainly a fast start, but what I see is the Lebanon Dawn yet again accompanying Tito Oric on the outside, which is not a good, not good news for the Greek god. And look at this, Tito Oric getting out of the ring, taking a breather.
Well, first of all, that's your IWC high stakes champion, Lebanon
Oh,
Dawn.
yeah, believe me, I haven't forgotten.
Won fair and square.
When?
I mean, I don't know what footage you've seen, but from what I saw, it was fair and square, down the middle, 100%.
Well, hopefully we get a winner 1, 2, 3 clear down the middle for this match, because these two have been going at it here for the better part of 2 months. And tonight is the night we settle the score. And I can't I can't put my finger on the pulse of who's going to win this one. Wow. Apollo overpowering Tito Oric in the corner, and look at that. A little bit of mind games from the Greek god.
Well, I'll tell you, I stood in between Lebanon Don and Tito Oric earlier, and it is a terrifying sight. Just a terrifying feeling.
Yep, and I'm glad they scheduled you for that interview and not me.
That actually had me on my best behavior.
I wouldn't doubt it. Look at that. What disrespect from the Bosnian Bonebreaker. And all that did was fire up the Greek god. Hard shots into the corner. 4, 5. And look at that, referee Bobby Williams, to his discretion, pulling Alexander Apollo out of the way. He has that 5 count to deal with. And that split second caught the Greek god off guard, and Tito Oric was able to connect with that huge clubbing clothesline.
And I'll tell you, I think they heard that clothesline in Bosnia.
Yeah. My friend Anel just texted me for the first time in 3 years and said he heard it.
Well, it's good that you have the same number. You can just go into that.
It's been a while. Oh! Well, that's not going to do the Greek god any favors throughout the proceedings in this contest or the future here as we roll on in the summer months in IWC. This is prime opportunity, prime real estate, if you will, to ascend to the top of the pack.
Look, here, let's just lay this out. Greek god, yes. Alexander Apollo, great. He said he wanted the IWC High Stakes Championship. He disrespected the Lebanon Don. You do not disrespect the Lebanon Don, or Tito Oric makes you pay the price. You're looking at the judge, jury, and execution right there, right now.
I don't think Alexander Apollo did anything to disrespect. But what is that?
What?
That was the cigar right into the face, right into the eyes of Alexander Apollo. The cigar wasn't lit, but still.
Well, no, I don't think in Greece they have cigars like that, and he was just showing them that,
Well, he got an up close and personal look
well,
as Tito Oric connects with the huge splash in the corner, and I think Alexander Apollo just got the wind taken out of him.
Hey, that's a $200 cigar. Do you know what a generous gift that was?
Yeah, and he'll be reminded of it in the morning when he's still pulling the ash out of his eyes. Look at this. Never small on words, even though nobody in the IWC ICWA Academy knows what the hell he's saying. Guess it doesn't matter.
I was going to say, are you going to go up there and tell him? Tell him all about it.
Well, I'll tell you what, BC, intensity is a universal language, and he's been showing it here. Oh, my goodness. What strength from the Bosnian Bonebreaker. Snake eyes. Apollo did his best to block it, and I think he might have. Apollo, huge spine buster, but I think that took just as much out of the Greek god as it did the Bosnian Bonebreaker, BC.
Well, I'm gonna be interested to see if Apollo can regain composure right now. Oh, he's on top.
And notice, all he had in him to cover Tito Oric with was the arm over the shoulders, the arm over the chest, keeping the shoulders down. He needed to get a lateral press. He needed to get as much weight on the torso of Tito Oric as he could. And this gut wrench, I don't know if he's going to be able to get him up, not only because of the strength disadvantage, but Alexander Apollo has a bad knee, let's not forget.
Well, he's going to have a bad everything else by the end of this contest.
Yeah, nonetheless, Tito Oric having no problem delivering with his version of the gut wrench. What a huge series this has become. The IWC Proving Ground Series, 5 episodes in, viewers growing each episode, more and more superstars wanting to make a name for themselves in these hallowed halls. DJ Z or Joaquin Wild trained here, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD trained here, Wardlow trained here, Elias trained here. They want to be the next breakout star, not only in IWC, but in the pro wrestling game. Well, Tito Oric and Alexander Apollo are well on their way, believe me.
It's certainly a who's who, and if you look at the previous IWC contests, you can name any professional wrestler worth their salt in the last 20 years, and they competed right here. And we could be seeing 2 of the future stars.
Back and forth, exchanging right hands.
You know, I noticed something. Lebanon Don has been pacing back and forth. I think he's a little nervous. Not that I would say that. I'm just saying I think he's starting to get a little nervous.
I think he's just upset he wasted that cigar. Now look at this. Huge Samoan drop. Or Bosnian drop, I guess. I mean, it doesn't have quite the same ring to it.
Well, Samoa and Bosnia are not exactly close on the map.
Tito Oric in firm control of Alexander Apollo, but he's wasting time. He's calling for the end, but he's wasting time, BC.
Well, that's
the crowd getting behind the Greek god. What's going to happen here?
Well, I think we're going to be seeing the beginning of the end right now.
Oh, come on. Come on, Apollo. Come on, fight, kid. Come on. Come on, kid. You know, come on, kid. Don't give up.
There's a little bit of movement. Oh, he's dead. No, he's showing a little bit. He's got something left.
Oric no longer has the arms hooked. Apollo doing his best. What strength from the Greek god! And he takes down the Bosnian Bonebreaker. Momentum changes hands once again in this main event matchup.
And this match could go to the first man who's able to get on his feet. Both of these men taking an extreme amount of punishment. Lebanon Don, I think, is going to wear out the soles of his shoes. He's going back and forth so much. And who can blame him? His Bosnian Bonebreaker is down.
Lebanon Don certainly not used to this scene. Not used to his higher gun getting this much taken out of him. I think Alexander Apollo has matched up with Tito Oric as good or better than anybody in the past, and I'm including our world heavyweight champion, BC, and that says a lot.
That does say a lot when you put those kind of words out.
Perfectly timed drop kick. It connected in the chest, and it shot the Bosnian back.
And you know, I understand that Apollo wants to create space right now, but he's also creating opportunity.
He missed with the discus clothesline. Tito Oric has him up. Apollo fights out of it again. He connects! Apollo connects with the discus clothesline. If he can cover the big Bosnian, that's it. Alexander Apollo is about to pick up the biggest victory in his young career if he can just crawl over and cover the big man.
I'll tell you, if that happens, Lebanon Don's going to explode.
Lebanon Don on the outside, probably making our viewers motion sickness from him walking back and forth. We apologize for that. But this is hot back and forth action in the ring, and Alexander Apollo is the first to his feet, BC.
Tito's up as well. Oh.
That's the second clothesline. The second discus clothesline. That is it. Cover him, kid. Cover him. Get on top of him, kid.
You know, you're not very impartial.
That's it. No. BC, I have my reasons for not being impartial, and anybody that has anything to say about it can watch the damn footage.
I forgot about that. It was so funny.
Well, I didn't. And you know who else I hope didn't? Alexander Apollo. And I'll never forget what that youngster did for me. And right now, I have no shame in admitting that I am firmly in the hand. Oh! I am firmly on the side of the Greek god. That's 3 discus clotheslines. Tito Oric is not moving. Tito Oric is down.
I haven't seen him move since that last clothesline.
You have to think that's all she wrote for the Bosnian Bonebreaker.
I don't believe it.
Oric on 2. What?
That was the bell.
The bell rang. I don't think the referee hit 3. And what? Oh, what? I'm getting word in my headset that the bell rang. The time limit. I'm hearing in my headset, ladies and gentlemen, the time limit expired. These proving ground matches inside the ICWA have a 10-minute time limit, and I guess the 10 minutes elapsed. I think we were on our way to seeing Alexander Apollo pick up a victory, BC. What do you think?
Well, you know what? You could say whatever you want, what we might have seen, Let's not talk in might, let's talk in actualities. What we saw, it was a hell of a contest. What we saw was 2 men give everything they had, but what we didn't see was Alexander Apollo with the W.
Well, we didn't see Tito Oric with the W either. Respect for both of these men, but this isn't over. We'll see you next time.